Hi there, I am Amber, this is Amber Online, and today I'm going to be talking about all the comics I'm reading this month. So I told you I was going on a geek adventure this past month wherein I go to a bunch of different comic and gaming stores and check out all their stuff and buy a ton of things, and I did that and it was awesome. I got a lot of gaming stuff, I got a lot of modding stuff for action figures, and I bought a ton of trades. So rather than just sort of talking about one trade this month, I thought I'd show you everything I was reading, and then some I will profile later in full and some I won't, but I'll just sort of do a comics pickup video for March in case these are anything you might be interested in, because there's a ton of great stuff out there right now. So starting off on the non-indie side, I've been reading Uncanny Avengers, and this is the book that takes place in the fallout from AVX which is Avengers vs. X-Men, after Xavier's death, where they're sort of forming a team that includes both Avengers and X-Men, with Havoc at the lead in order to sort of quell the backlash against mutants for all the crazy crap that happened when Cyclops was being Phoenix Forced and insane. So this is a very, very nice book. Cassidy's art is exceptional as always, and it's kind of nice to get back into the Marvel U. I haven't been reading a lot in the mainstream universe because there's so much indie stuff out right now, but it's a good Cap story too, and Cap's movie's coming out this week, I guess, and I'm going to go see it, so it's kind of nice to see him. Next up, Empowered Volume 8 came out last month, I believe. I love the Empowered series by Adam Warren. He draws and writes it. It is a sort of sexy, sweet comedy series about a spoof super team that is sort of ridiculous, but also sort of really intense. It's funny, it's hot, it's a really great series to get into. The art style is a little anime-esque, it's all black and white, but it's really, really well done. There's some like tender moments in here that make you cry, and also some very, very provocative moments. It's very enjoyable. This is Volume 8. All the volumes are available in trade right now up to this point, so you should check this out. Excellent, excellent series. Adult content, though. Only for adults. Next thing I read was the Mass Effect Foundations Volume 1 came out. You guys know Mass Effect. I'll read anything Mass Effect or Dragon Age associated, obviously. So it was some backstories about some of the characters from Mass Effect, and I quite enjoyed it. It was a lovely, lovely gift to me. Next up, I got Prophet Volume 2 finally. I've already profiled Prophet. You guys know what's up with this. Volume 2 did not disappoint. Continues to be a very strong series that I quite enjoy. Got a big pile of comics on my lap. That's what I'm flipping through. Next thing I got, was that Sweet Tooth Volume 3. Sorry about the loudness. Sweet Tooth is by a Canadian writer-artist, Jeff Lemire. Totally forgot his name for a second there, but you know, I can look at the book. So Jeff Lemire wrote things like Underwater Welder, which won a lot of awards. This is a DC Vertigo title, so it's not technically indie, I guess, but it's an excellent, excellent post-apocalyptic series. I will probably do a full profile on this later. I don't want to talk about too much of it right now, but if you like post-apocalyptic series, this is a spectacular one to check out. It's got sort of a nice twist on the end of the world virus. Next thing, because I don't live under a rock, I'm reading Sada, and I love it. It's amazing. Next volume, Volume 3, just came out last week. Did not disappoint. Exceptional art by Fiona Staples. Exceptional writing by Brian K. Vaughan. He's always great. He's very hip. He's up with what the kids are into. So he's a very, very interesting writer, very topical, super creative series. I'm sure you've heard a lot about it if you read comics at all, and if you haven't, get into it. It's kind of the thing right now, and it's the thing for a reason. The next thing I picked up was Powers Bureau. Volume 1 just came out recently. This is the sequel series by Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Oeming that follows Powers. I love Powers. Powers was an extremely long-running series. It was under several different publishers for its time. It kept switching hands, but it kept on going. It took a long time to come out. The advent of Bureau coming out has allowed a lot of those back issues to be reprinted, so now is a great time to start reading Powers. It's a noir superhero cop fiction, and it is just great. There's stellar world building, stellar characterization in here, very, very gritty and dark. Those are two words. I use them separately. But excellent. I haven't read Bureau yet. It's next on my list to read. This month I just finished something else, and now I'm going to read Bureau, and I'm very excited about it. So it's great. And the last thing I got that I just finished reading is Rat Queens Volume 1. I was so excited. I kept seeing solicits all over the internet for the individual issues coming out. It's already won like a ton of awards and received so much acclaim. It's great. It's a fantasy series, I would say aimed at a female audience, but there's nothing in this that a male audience wouldn't like. It's a female team of mythical characters doing mythical things. You got your elves, you got your dwarves, you got like your halfling sort of people, your sorceresses, doing crazy crap. Very comedic, very, very well drawn, and some nice touches to the breaking the fourth wall, some nods to understanding of comic books, something I may profile later, so I'm not going to talk about it too much right now again, but an excellent series. If you have not checked this out, do it. So that is all the comics I'm reading this month, which I think is probably enough, right? It's a lot of comics. There's a ton of other great stuff out there that I have on pre-order now. Actually, after I did my tour of all the comic book stores, I was like on my phone snapping all these pictures of all the things that I couldn't buy, because I can't buy all the things at once, that I had to put on a wish list. Got some Rogue and Gambit tumblers coming in the mail. Yeah, but there's a ton of great comic book content coming out right now, so if you have friends that are maybe sort of getting into comics, any of these are a good place to start, because a lot of them are early on. They're on volume 1s, or they're at just like volume 6, so it's not hard to go back and catch up, and they're not mired in this massive, massive universe that Marvel and DC are, that it's so hard to access right now. But these are the comics I'm checking out this month that I've been reading. Everything's good. Everything is awesome over here. I hope you've had a great month and a good comic booking month, and I will talk to you next month in April. Bye!